down, a good one. Third baseman has it over to first in time, and Chambers is at second base. So Watson gets credit there for a sacrifice, and he's out 5-3. So with one out and a runner on second, that brings up Dylan Davenport, the shortstop. Davenport, you remember on Friday night, pitched a perfect game against Gilmer. 15 batters that he faced, and all 15 were retired, as Carthage won that one 10-0 in 5 innings. Davenport, one of the returning starters from last year. Bulldogs really missed the bats of those 5 players who graduated. Davenport asked for time. Incidentally, a reminder that Pierce Pipak, I believe it's Pipak instead of Pipak. Pipak is the plate umpire. Tyler Terry on the bases. There's a pitch outside and high for ball 1-0. Again, Driller Park opened up 1947. Here's the pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. They play Davenport pretty much straight away in the outfield. The center fielder shaded over just about 5 feet to the left of dead center field. Okay, this one gets past the catcher. That's will be a wild pitch, and going over to third is Chambers. So the Bulldogs now with a great scoring opportunity here in the first inning. And the count now is 2-1 on Davenport. Again, Carthage losing last week, a week ago, to Spring Hill at Carthage. That was a big loss. Because that means now if we want to win the season series against Spring Hill, then we've got to beat them twice in a few weeks. Spring Hill, Kilgore, and Carthage, you would have to say, probably the favorites coming into the season in this district, District 17 4A. 2-1 the count now on Davenport. Chambers at first base. Benson from the stretch. This one is hit foul out of play right side, and the count now goes to 2-2. No score here in the first inning. We're underway. I did not look at the time, but got underway probably around 7:07, 7:08, something like that. So a little bit late. Infield in halfway for the Kilgore Bulldogs. Here's a 2-2 pitch, high and outside, ball 3. Three and 2 the count on Davenport with Cale Preston on deck. Here's the 3-2. Strike 3 call. So Davenport called out on strikes. Carthage, Kilgore fans are going to like that call. The Carthage fans are going to probably think it was a little bit outside. It was close. Cale Preston the batter now. Runner on third and 2 down. Preston with a slightly open stance up at the plate. Here's the pitch from Benson. This one is in there for a strike. 0-1. Preston, a 4-sport athlete, wide receiver, not a starting wide receiver, but played quite a bit at wide receiver and the deep snapper in football. This one foul back, and it's now 0-2. One of our top golfers on the golf team, starter in basketball, and probably the best Bulldog I've seen in my basketball broadcast at taking offensive charges. In one game I broadcasted this year, he took 4 offensive charges in one game. Absolutely no wind here tonight. Beautiful setting for a ballpark a beautiful setting for a ballpark and a beautiful night for baseball here in Kilgore. Here's the stretch, the 0-2 outside, 1-2. So Benson trying to work out of a jam here. He walked Chambers to start the ball game on 4 pitches. He was sacrificed to second, went to third on a wild pitch. So he was there with 1 out, but now he's there with 2 outs and a 1-2 count on Preston. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 call, and Preston is called out on strikes. So Benson gets 2 strikeouts to get out of the inning, so no runs for the Bulldogs and 1 left. We go now to the bottom of 1. We'll be back after this 2-minute break. 2 minutes, and we'll be back.
Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate resident. Friends and neighbors in Panola County are the foundation of business at Louisiana Pacific, delivering high-performance building products in the area. You know these folks. You know them from church, civic clubs, as volunteers in the work they do in the community, and at Louisiana Pacific. Good people in good company with you and Louisiana Pacific.
Genpack Carthage, over 50 years servicing the food and restaurant industry with superior products. Advancing innovative packaging to enhance the human experience is more than just our purpose statement. It's our driving passion to make people's lives better through the food packaging they use daily. Genpack's dedication to quality assures you get food containers and packaging at its best. Browse and find what you need at genpack.com or look for our products on amazon.com. We are everywhere. Made right here in Carthage by folks you know. Genpack.
FlowZone is your industry leader for all oil and gas pipe, valve fitting, and supply needs. FlowZone Carthage has over 130 years of combined experience with an outstanding safety record. FlowZone, located at 1092 Highway 59 South, just south of Denny's, is ready to offer customer service that will exceed your expectations with services such as free delivery and competitive pricing. Call them today, 903-263-0200.
Ready to supercharge your future in the energy industry? Panola College is introducing the brand new Matthews Foundation Energy Building, opening its doors this fall with programs in electrician, HVAC, natural gas compression, and welding. Small class sizes, state-of-the-art equipment, and personalized attention, where your goals are our priority. Our hands-on approach means you're diving into the real-world energy experience, setting you up for success from day one. Enroll today at panola.edu/energy to start your electrifying future.
We're back here at Driller Park in Kilgore for the bottom half of the first inning between the Kilgore Bulldogs and the Carthage Bulldogs. And here are the district standings right now. Spring Hill and Kilgore tied at 3-0. Carthage 1 game behind in third place at 2-1. Henderson is 1-2. Center and Gilmer are both 0-3. Here's the first pitch, and it's in there for a strike to Todd House, the shortstop. Matthew Smith, senior right-hander on the mound, into the windup, the 0-1. This one is a ground ball, right side. Second baseman has it, over to first in time. And so House is out 4-3. It was Maddox Martinez handling that ground ball. So the defense for Carthage, Smith on the mound. The catcher is sophomore Brooks Soap. At first base is Cade Moore. Maddox Martinez at second. The shortstop is Dylan Davenport. Carson Crawford is at third. And in the outfield, left fielder is Cale Preston. Center fielder is Ty Chambers. And Caden Ritter is in right. All right, Tanner Beats the right-handed hitter up there now. Here's a pitch to him. And just off the plate, outside, 1-0. According to Pierce Pipak, here's the pitch. This one is grounded foul down the third base line. 1-1 the count now. Carthage will be at home for the next 2 ball games. Center will be there Friday night. Here's the pitch. This one is popped up down the first base line, going to be out of play. And then, so the count now is 1-2. And with those 2 games at home, that means that 4 of the first 6 district games for Carthage have been at home. 4 of the first 6. But then, of the following 9, 6 will be on the road. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High, 2-2. It should have been 5 of the next 9 would be on the road, but when we played Gilmer at home on Friday night, instead of going to Gilmer, that means instead of 5 of the last 9 being at home, being on the road, that's 6 of the last 9 going to be on the road. All right, this one's fouled off, and it stays at 2-2. Beats a right-handed hitter, second baseman. This pitch is popped up. Right side, Caden Moore, the first baseman in foul ground, makes a one-handed grab for out number 2. Carthage in 3 games has given up 3 runs. 3 district games, they've given up 3 runs. Here's the windup. The pitch. This one is grounded foul down to third base. So you heard Jason Causey back at Media Day, saying that the strength of this team is pitching. Defense should be pretty good. Here's the 0-1. This one is strike 2 call. But the challenge is going to be at the plate. Here's the 0-2. High, 1-2 the count. Tate Truman, the third baseman, 3-hole hitter. Straightaway stance. This pitch is grounded to the shortstop. Davenport has it on the run. Throw to first in time, got him. And the Kilgore Bulldogs go down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the second. No score here at Driller. Back after this 2-minute break.
Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage on the corner of 699 and The Loop. Open Sunday through Thursday from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Open for breakfast, and the grill is open throughout the day, and it provides the best hamburgers in town. You can also get a grilled chicken or chicken fried steak. It's all fresh and made from scratch. And, of course, you can fill up your tank with gas. That's at Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage, again on the corner of 699 and The Loop.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals. We want you to know that we're here for you. Visit us at fsbctx.bank or come see us today. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Escogiendo el mejor proveedor médica puede ser difícil. Hope Community Medicine está aquí por ti. Si ocupa ayuda médica, ginecólogo o salud conductal, es nuestra misión proveer acceso de alta calidad de salud a pesar de su habilidad de pagar. Tenemos 5 clínicas en Carthage, Center, Tenaha y San Agustín para poder servir mejor a usted y su familia. 903-690-8395.
It's a powerful storm, and the power is off. Completely off. House after house in the dark, each one plunging a family into uncertainty and fear. One dark house after another, and another. And, wait, is that light? It is. And there's one reason for it. The owners of this home have a permanently installed backup.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your...
Who was a little delinquent in getting up to the plate on time. Takes a strike for strike 1. 0-1 on Brooks. Sophomore catcher. Here's the 0-1. High, 1-1 the count. And this young man, barring an injury or something just unforeseen, he's going to wind up being a 3-year starter behind the plate. He's already thrown out a runner in district play. There's a breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-2 the count now. And he's caught already at least one foul pop behind the plate, and those are pretty tough for catchers. Here's the wind up, the 1-2 outside, 2-2. So we look forward to having him all 3 years. Dustin Russell, the head coach at Tatum, was a 3-year starter behind the plate for the Bulldogs, including a state championship year in 2009. Here's the 2-2. This one hit in the air to center field. Center fielder over to his left, 6 steps, and makes the catch for out number 1. So Soap lines out to center. And that'll bring up Cade Moore. Cade Moore, the first baseman, right-handed hitter. Three sophomores on this Carthage varsity. 2 of them are starting tonight. Here's the pitch, and that one is outside. 1-0. Top of the second, no score here in Kilgore. Here's the 1-0 pitch. 2-0. Here's the 2-0. This one hit to right center field. Center fielder going back. He will not get it. This one may go all the way to the wall. Here's Moore rounding first. He's going to round second. No, he's going to stop there. Good decision there. He would have been out at third base if he had tried it. So Moore with a 1-out double. And I was just getting ready to say that the center fielder was playing pretty shallow. And I remember the words of Scott Lee, who was the head coach at Carthage for about 25 years and won over 500 ball games, as I recall. And his outfield would definitely play shallow. His thinking was there are going to be more balls fall in front of the outfielders than are going to be hit over their head. And generally that's true. But that one happened to be one that was well hit by Cade Moore. So Moore owned with a 1-out double. All right, this is Maddox Martinez taking ball 1. Martinez, the second baseman, right-handed hitter. And that one is off the corner. 2-0 the count. We're in the top of the second, no score. Benson looks back at second at the runner, looks back there again to the plate, in there for a strike. Brody Benson on the mound, Joseph Hendrickson behind the plate, Colt Bullard at first, Tanner Beats at second, third baseman is Tate Truman, Todd House the shortstop. Okay, Benson again looks back at second at Moore, the runner. 2-1. Strike 2 called on a breaking ball. So he's behind on the count, Benson was, at 2-0, and now he's come back to even it up at 2-2. We're in the top of the second, no score. Carthage with a 1-out double from Cade Moore has a runner at second with 1 away. 2-2 on Martinez. Here's a 2-2. This one hit on the right side off the first baseman's glove. He picks it up, tossed to the pitcher, and he is out at first base. Well, the first baseman deflected that one. He stopped it from going into right field. If it goes into right field, Cade Moore might have had a chance to score. So he basically knocked it down and counted on Benson to get over there. And Benson did get there. So Moore advances to third. And Martinez is out 3-1. For out number 2, so now runner on third with 2 down. That's what the Bulldogs had in the first inning and didn't score. Breaking ball in there to Carson Crawford for strike 1. Boy, Benson has a good breaking ball working tonight, at least so far. 0-1 on Crawford, right-handed batter. Outside linebacker for the football team. Here's the 0-1, swung on and missed. Benson made him look bad on that one. 0-2 the count. Carson Crawford, just a sophomore. Benson from the stretch, looks over at the runner at third, pitches outside, didn't miss by much. Pierce Pipak, just like most high school umps, he enlarges the plate on the outside corner to right-handed hitters. Here's the 1-2. This one swung on and missed, strike three. So Benson works out of another jam as he gets Crawford on strikes. So for the Bulldogs, no runs, a hit, no errors, and one left. We go to the bottom of two. No score here at Driller. Back after this 90-second break. 90 seconds.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial.
It's a powerful storm, and the power is off. Completely off. House after house in the dark, each one plunging a family into uncertainty and fear. One dark house after another, and another. And, wait, is that light? It is. And there's one reason for it. The owners of this home have a permanently installed backup power generator from Briggs & Stratton. Whole house
You
backup.
can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy that's created just for the needs of your farm or ranch. Randy and his team recognize the importance of the farm and ranch community in Panola County. They understand how much your property means to you and your family and the hard work it requires to maintain. Give them a call at 903-693-7874, or better yet, stop by and see them at 1519 West Panola in Carthage. The Hudson Financial Group can help you customize the coverage you need.
This is Pastor Monty Pierce, along with all the fine folks at Central Baptist Church, located one block off the square in beautiful downtown Carthage. If you don't have a church home and you like friendly folks and a meaningful worship service, we invite you to join us this Sunday. Check us out at centralcarthage.com for times and more information. This is Dr. Monty. Go Bulldogs!
Here's a windup by Matthew Smith. Ball hit on the right side. Martinez bobbles it, throws to first, and got him. He bobbled it, so he didn't field it cleanly, but luckily he had a short throw to make, and he gets Bullard at first base on the first pitch. So Bullard grounds out 4-3. Yeah, he kept it in front of him, and to be honest, I can't remember if it ever even hit the ground. This is the first pitch here to Jordan Pierce, the right fielder. This is the 5-hole hitter, and it's ball one. The 1-0 outside and low. 2-0 the count now. Carthage center fielder is playing shallow too. Here's the pitch. This one is lined foul, out of play. So the count now is 2-1. Center fielders for both teams have been playing shallow so far. Really the deepest outfielder for the Bulldogs is the right fielder. This pitch is hit to right center field. Right fielder going over and makes the catch. I thought that was going to be more in the alley right there, but it was not. And the right fielder went to his right about 7 or 8 steps and made the catch for out number 2, the right fielder being Caden Ritter. So Pierce lines out to right, 2 up and 2 down here in the second, and that brings up Joseph Hendrickson. Outside, 1-0 the count. Again, Carthage in 3 district games, they have given up 3 runs total. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one is grounded on the right side. Martinez to his right has it over to first in time, and for the second inning in the row, the Kilgore Bulldogs go down in order. So we've now played 2 here in Kilgore. No score. Back in 90 seconds right after this.
Right on the loop, right on the price at Excel Ford ensures the SUV, truck, or car you choose, new or previously owned, is right for you. Your visit and your questions are welcome, even if you're just browsing. Any information you want will be provided. It's the foundation of exceptional customer service that frees you to proceed at your pace and even provides a money-back guarantee. Right on the price and right on the loop. Excel Ford, Carthage, Texas.
This is Darcy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we are more than just flowers. In shop, we keep a variety of live pot plants, silk arrangements, snack baskets, candles, keepsakes, and a great bath and body line called Magnolia Soaps. We now offer balloon arch installations, so give us a call for your next event. We can even get flowers to your loved one out of town. Thank you for all your continued support, Darcy, Jeanette, Levi, and the girls at Carthage Flower Shop.
When making important decisions, it's reassuring to count on people you know. First State Bank and Trust Company is that group of people offering home loans or everyday depository needs. First State Bank and Trust is recognized as being among the most reliable, strongest banks as determined by our nation's leading bank rating firm, Bauer Financial Incorporated. It's a 5-star rated bank of people you know, always innovating for your changing financial needs. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, First State Bank and Trust.
We're back here at Driller Park in Kilgore. Again, Driller opened up in April, back to be specific, April 24th, 1947. 3,100 fans, 3,100 here on hand that night to watch the Kilgore Drillers take on the Henderson Oilers. And so, let's see, 1947, that'd be 53 and 24, about in next month, April 24th, would be 77 years for Driller Park. The stands are covered, so you got protection there from the sun and rain. And you can see where the box seats were. Boy, there were a bunch of box seats back then. And then there's a concourse or a walking area between the box seats and the general admission seats. Top of 3 now. Bottom of the order for Carthage, Caden Ritter, then back to the top of the order. This pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. According to my totals, and again, I may be off a pitch, but I have Benson with 33 pitches in the first 2 innings and Smith with 19. Here's the pitch outside. 1-1 the count. Bulldogs with a threat in both innings. They had a runner on third in the first inning with 1 out and did not score because of 2 straight strikeouts. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Just misses. Boy, that's close right there. I think a previous pitch right there was called a strike. Here's a 2-1 count right now. So we may have gotten a break right there. Here's Benson into the windup, and he comes to the plate. Strike 2 call. Benson, a tall right-hander, into the windup, and a 2-2 to Ritter. This pitch lined into left field. That's going to be caught for a base hit. Caught for an out. No, yes, it is an out. It is an out. Nice play out there by the left fielder. He had to dive for that one. I thought it was going to get down, but it got out there, and the left fielder came in and made a nice play, a really nice play to catch that one. So Ritter is out to begin the top of the third here, and now we go back to the top of the order and Ty Chambers. Hard hit ball by Ritter, but right at the left fielder. This one is hit to left center field. Center fielder going back. He is there and makes a one-handed grab for out number 2. Center fielder ranging far to his right and going back also to take that drive by Chambers. So 2 up and 2 down here for the Bulldogs in the top of the third. So a very efficient inning so far for Benson. He has recorded 2 outs on only 6 pitches. That pitch is in there for a strike now to Sam Watson. Watson put down the sacrifice bunt in the first inning. He went 3 for 3 last Friday against Gilmer. His pitch is lined into right to the left field. That is going to get down for a base hit. And see, there's another illustration right there of playing shallow, of what Scott Lee said. That was, it fell in front of the left fielder. If you play them shallow, there's going to be, if you play at the normal depth, there's going to be more balls fall in front of you in high school play than go over your head. There's just no doubt about that. Okay, so a runner on first for the Dogs now with 2 away. Davenport the batter. And that pitch is high. Now, something else I remember Scott Lee saying, and that is that he tended to have outfielders that would play a certain distance in front of the fence. A certain distance in front of the fence. Well, that's a dangerous thing, because, you know, that meant that they were not playing a certain distance from the plate. That's the key thing right there. And so he'd have to be careful in a really big ballpark or a really short fence ballpark to get them positioned correctly. Next pitch is a ball. I think the count now is 1-1, but I could be wrong about that. Is it 1-1, Joe? Here's a pitch. This one is lined out foul. Out. So now it's 1-1. Okay. Yeah. 1-2. That pitch is outside. Now it's 2-2. And Pipak is giving the hand signal, and I can't tell what the lighting is. Because of the lighting, I can't tell for sure what the hand signal is. Here's the pitch. This one is a strike. So now it's 2 strikes. So it must be 3-2. Okay, so it's a 3-2 count. Again, according to Pipak. Over to first, runner back in head first. So not only now the center fielder playing shallow for Kilgore, but the right fielder, well, he's going back a little bit normal depth. Left fielder back there. He's not shallow, that's for sure. Okay, Benson to the plate. This pitch is hit off of Benson up the middle into center field for a base hit. I believe that hit his foot perhaps. Sharply hit ball right back up the middle. He does not look to be limping, so maybe it missed him completely. But anyway, it is a single for Dylan Davenport. So now the Bulldogs have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Boy, we've had our chances. We've had runners in scoring position now, a runner in scoring position, at least one in every inning so far. Stranded one at third in the first, stranded one at third in the second, and now we've got him first and second, but again with 2 away. Cal Preston the batter. Preston takes one high and inside ball one. Preston struck out looking his first time up. Preston, a great bunter. Doubt he'd be bunting here, but a great bunter. Outstanding. And with the fact that he's a left-handed hitter and good speed, that makes him even more dangerous. Last year, at least on several occasions, he was trying to get down a sacrifice bunting. He wound up beating it out for a base hit. Here's the 1-0 to him. This one is outside, didn't miss by much. And the count now is 2-0. So 2-0 on Kale. Runners at first and second with 2 down here in the top of the third and no score. Here's the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. Two and 1 the count. The district golf tournament is this week. I think round 1 was yesterday, and I believe the second round is going to be tomorrow. Here's a stretch by Benson, the 2-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. I believe that tournament's being played at the Tempest. That's a challenging course. 2-2 the count now on Cale Preston. Here's a 2-2. This one lined into left field. That's going to be down for a base hit, and we're going to have to stop the runner at third because of how shallow the left fielder was playing. So now the bases are juiced. They are loaded for Brooks Soap. So after 2 outs now, 3 straight base hits for the Bulldogs here in the third inning. Boy, if we fail to score here, Kilgore is living right, I'm going to tell you. Now, in the first 2 innings, the inning ended, each of the first 2 innings ended with a runner on third, at least a runner on third, and it ended with a strikeout. All right, now Soap is up now. He lined to center his first time. Benson working from the stretch. The pitch to Soap. Just off the corner, ball 1. So with 2 down, a single by Watson, single by Davenport, and a single by Preston, and the Bulldogs had the bases juiced with 2 down here in a 1-0 count. This pitch is high, ball 2. Benson had 33 pitches in the first 2 innings. That's averaging 16.5 per inning. Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball. Definitely over the plate, but must have been high. Boy, that looked pretty good from here. 3-0 the count now. So Benson's got to come in with 1 here, or the Bulldogs are going to take the lead. Here's the stretch, the 3-0. Strike 1. On the outside corner, 3-1 count now on Soap. Soap, sophomore catcher, stands up close to the plate. Here's a 3-1. Hit him. That hit him, and that brings in a run, so Soap will get an RBI. And the Bulldogs take a 1-0 lead here at Kilgore. Everybody else moves up 90 feet. And that brings up now Cade Moore. Cade Moore doubled his first time up. And let's see, are we going to have a visit on the mound by the Kilgore coach? I don't think so. So again, Moore doubled to right center his first time. And boy, a double here would plate 2 runs, at least 2. We've got Davenport at third, Preston at second, and Soap at first with a run in. This pitch is grounded foul, third base side. Oh, 1 the count on Cade Moore. Oh, for an in-betweener here. I think since that double, the center fielder is playing a little bit deeper this time. This pitch is popped up foul. And so now Moore is in a big hole here. Benson's got him in a big hole. I would expect the breaking ball right here. Moore in an 0-2 hole, so he's got him set up for the strikeout. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't strike him out. Here's the 0-2 pitch outside, 1-2. Cade with a double in the second inning with 1 out, and he was stranded at third base. Hit the ball well to right center. Here's the stretch, the 1-2. Outside, nice stop by the catcher. Hendrickson with a nice stop there to save a run. And the count now is 2-2. Benson was now to an efficient start in this inning. He retired the first 2 batters on only 6 pitches. Here's the 2-2 This is hit to the right side. Second baseman dives for it. He's got it over to first. Low throw. Gets past the first baseman. One run is in. Here's another runner coming in to score. And the Bulldogs now lead it by a score of 3-0. That was stopped by the second baseman, but then he made a wild throw to first base. And 2 runs come in to score on the error. Soap moves over to third, and Moore is on first base. So now, let's see. Now we're going to have a visit on the mound by the Kilgore coach. So let's take a 30-second break. 30 seconds. We'll be back to Driller right after this.
Carthage Furniture. Stop by and check out the Ashley.
Monty Bacon at Carthage Furniture has some great deals for you. Rocker recliners just $3.99. A hot point washer and dryer set. Washer $5.49, dryer $4.99, and that includes installation and delivery. A complete bedroom suite, queen bed, dresser, mirror, chest, and nightstands. This is a beautiful sleigh bed set for only $11.35. Monty has a 5-drawer chest, just $125. At Carthage Furniture, check out their blue sofa and love seat. Sofa $4.59, love seat $3.99. Carthage Furniture, where Rosa speaks.
Okay, we've got let's see, is this a new pitcher? Yes, has to be a new pitcher. I can tell he's not as tall. I tell you what, Benton, let's take another break. Let's go to another 30-second break while this pitcher warms up.
Thank you, Panola and surrounding counties, for supporting your local GM dealer, Pippin Motor Company, right here in Carthage. We are your Buick SUV headquarters. Come check out one of the many economical solutions Buick has to offer. Encore GX, Envision, or Enclave are sure to fit your needs. Whether you're looking for a new Buick, Chevrolet, GMC, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, we're here to help. Pippin Motor Company has been serving this community for 72 years and pride ourselves with providing a premium sales and service experience. Come experience a better way to buy a vehicle just across from Panola College, or look us up on the web at pippinmotorcompany.com.
They're going to go with a relief pitcher now. So Benson goes 2 2/3, and he's going to be relieved by Tanner Beats. Beats, the starting second baseman. And we need to mention that running for Soap at third base is LeGrone. Blayton LeGrone. So Blayton LeGrone is running for Soap at third base. Blayton LeGrone, you remember, was injured on Friday night. He was hit in the face by a thrown ball and had to go out of the ball game. Glad to see he's okay. And so now, with the new pitcher warming up for Kilgore, let's set the scene for you. We're in the top of the third. Carthage has scored 3 runs, helped out by an error that brought in 2 of those runs. The other run came in on an RBI on a bases loaded hit by pitch by Brooks Soap. So he got the RBI on that, and then Cade Moore with the grounder to the right side. The second baseman knocked it down, Hendrickson, but threw wildly to first base. 2 runs came in to score on that wild throw. And so the Bulldogs now with 3 runs in, and they have runners at second and third, still with 2 down for Maddox Martinez. Carthage in the top of the third, leading 3-0. And again, Tanner Beats, a right-hander, into relief. Benson Beats to the plate, in there for a strike. Martinez grounded out to the first baseman with the pitcher covering back in the second inning. Here's the 0-1. And there, Martinez really helped him out. He went for a pitch that was at least a foot outside, maybe more than a foot. So now he's in the hole, 0-2. Bates has got him in the hole. Here's the 0-2 outside. 1-2 the count. Bulldogs with Soap at third and Cade Moore at second. 2 down here in the top of the third. 3 runs in for Carthage. This pitch is outside, and the count now is 2-2. Carthage in their gray uniforms tonight with red numbers. Kilgore in white uniforms. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one is lined to left field. Left fielder going over to his right about 5 steps and back 1 or 2 steps and makes the catch on the line drive by Martinez. And so that ends the top of the third for the Bulldogs, but it was a good inning. 3 runs come in on 3 hits, 1 big Kilgore error, and 2 runners left. So we go now to the bottom of 3. It's Carthage 3, Kilgore nothing. Back after this 90-second break.
Are you planning a trip, but you need a set of tires? Don't worry. Let Graves Tires at 809 East Sabine in Carthage show you the affordable way to go. Graves Tires offers name brand tires at a savings. Their number 903-693-4841. They even have used tires for sale. They're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and on Saturday, 7:30 to noon. Remember, at Graves, you always save.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger, and now it's an all-time favorite.
You can't beat it. It's hot, it's fresh. I love this burger. It's just perfect.
The sweet and spicy bacon burger is my all-time favorite. 2 beef patties, 2 different types of cheese, caramelized onions. My favorite thing about this burger is the sweet and spicy pepper sauce and the bacon.
You asked for it, and it's back. The sweet and spicy bacon burger is now an all-time favorite at Whataburger.
That's happiness.
Top bottom of 3, Cade Cox leading off for the Kilgore Bulldogs and takes one outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Matthew Smith, pardon me. According to my count, only 19 pitches in the first 2 innings. This pitch is swung on and popped up right side. Cade Moore over in foul ground and makes the one-handed grab for out number 1. So Cox pops out to first. And now we bring up the number 8-hole hitter, Cade Henry, the center fielder. Henry hits this one in the air, right side. Second baseman Martinez calling for it, and one-hands it for out number 2. My good buddy Joe Hale to my right. I tell you what, Joe, those one-handed catches make me nervous. I don't particularly care for those. This is a one-hopper right back to Smith as he jumped up and got that one over to first base. And boy, what an inning here for Matthew Smith as he sets down the Kilgore Bulldogs on 5 pitches. 5 pitches. Kilgore goes down in the bottom of the third. 3 up and 3 down. Top of 4 coming up. Bulldogs 3, Carthage 3, and Kilgore nothing. Back after this 90-second break.
Check off your to-do list with big savings on building materials at Kane Hardware and Lumber. Kane's is your one-stop shop for building materials for large-scale jobs, small projects, and everything in between. Whether you're building a house, adding on, or just updating, we carry the concrete, drywall, lumber, insulation, roofing, siding, molding, and many more products you'll need. Add character and charm to your home with our large selection of paint colors. We have all the products you need. Shop Kane Hardware and Lumber at 224 South Shelby Street in Carthage.
Carthage Independent School District is where champions are educated. As we face another year of uncertainty, Carthage will remain committed to being champions for every child, every day. We will continue being champions in the classroom with the help of our incredible team of teachers. We will continue being champions in extracurriculars, fine arts, and athletic events with the support of our fans along the way. And we will continue being champions for our community. Thank you for your continued support.
The city of Carthage, county seat of Panola County, gas capital of the United States, and friendliest spot in the world. We have it all: temperate weather, lots of jobs, good schools and churches, and even the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame. Carthage, a great spot on Highway 59 to settle down or just to visit for a while. Panola College, local medical care, a low tax base, and great shopping. That's Carthage. Recommend us, refer us, and revive yourself in the piney woods of East Texas. Carthage, with places we're all proud to call home.
Here in Kilgore, Carson Crawford leading off. He struck out to end the second inning with a runner on third base. And Beats comes to the plate. Outside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Boy, where was that one? Looked like that was called ball 2. Wow. Boy, that looked good from here. Here's the pitch, and that one is definitely inside. So I think the count now is 3-0. It is. Should be about 2-1. Here's the 3-0. Ball 4. That one pretty close too. So the Bulldogs may have gotten a break on one or two of those offerings. And now that brings up Caden Ritter. So you got Carson Crawford at first base in the top of the fourth. Carthage leading 3-0. And we go back to no, this is not the top of the order. This is the 9-hole hitter, Caden Ritter. Ritter lined out to left his first time. All right, Beats looks over at first. From the stretch, goes over to first. Crawford dives in head first. Carson Crawford, starting linebacker for the Bulldogs. Boy, going to be great to have him back next year. Here's the stretch. And he takes the strike. He squared around to put down the bunt. Took a strike. So it's now 0-1 on Ritter. Carthage is going to have to execute sacrifice bunts this year. We just don't have the strength at the plate, at least not yet, that we had last year. There's really not someone on this team yet that when they come to the plate you think, aha, he's got a good chance to drive it to the wall in right center field, to the alley. Ritter was showing bunt again, and this time Beats goes over to first base. Brett Pirtle, first base coach. Brett telling me before the ball game that when he was playing at Pine Tree, he played here a number of times. In fact, hit a home run over the wall right out there where the scoreboard is right now. Here's the pitch. High. Here's a snap throw to first, and the first baseman was coming in to field a possible bunt. The second baseman went over to cover, and they were hoping that Crawford, seeing the first baseman come in, would wander too far off at first. Is the count 2-1? Okay. Here's the pitch. It's popped up foul, and it hits the ground. Fortunately for the Bulldogs, catcher was not able to get to it. So it's now 1-2. So a 1-2 count now on Ritter. Again, with Carson Crawford at first base, having led off with a walk on 4 pitches. So now with 2 strikes on him, you've got to think that the bunt is off here. Third baseman in at the edge of the grass, however. 1-2 the count on the 9-hole hitter. Here's a pitch outside. Didn't miss by much. Now there are some There's no doubt about it. There are some high school ups that would call that a strike. I remember another quote from Scott Lee. Scott Lee just, he did not want to see a up with a really wide strike zone calling the ball game because it would get your hitters into bad habits. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ball 3, throw down to second. He is out. Crawford looked like he, with a delayed steal, went, and he was gunned down by Hendrickson. So a nice throw by Hendrickson. And the count now is 3-2 on Ritter. Here's the 3-2 to Ritter. This one hit in the air, left center field. Center fielder over 6 steps and back 2 and makes the catch for out number 2. And now that brings up Ty Chambers. Chambers walked in the first inning and was left stranded at third base. Bulldogs left a runner at third in each of the first 2 frames. And then Chambers lined to center back in the third. Here's the pitch to Ty. This one, a ground ball left side. Shortstop has it over to first in time. And so the Bulldogs go down here in order in the 4th inning. So the Bulldogs now go into the bottom of the 4th, so no runs, no hits, and no one left, and no errors. And we go now to the bottom of the 4th. Carthage 3 and Kilgore nothing. Back right after this. Let's make it 90 seconds.
Throughout Texas, Louisiana, and New Mexico, one of the largest independent oil field service companies is Pinergy, ranked number 1 in the United States for total number of wells drilled. You'll likely recognize Pinergy Carthage top management: Randy Taylor, Brandon Taylor, Andy Snow, Justin Taylor, and Steve Nations. At the Austin corporate office, senior management offers a combined 400 years experience regarding energy services. No more. Check the website pinergy.com or call 903-693-8400. Pinergy. Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate resident. Friends and neighbors in Panola County are the foundation of business at Louisiana Pacific, delivering high-performance building products in the area. You know these folks. You know them from church, civic clubs, as volunteers in the work they do in the community, and at Louisiana Pacific. Good people in good company with you and Louisiana Pacific.
Genpack Carthage, over 50 years servicing the food and restaurant industry with superior products. Advancing innovative packaging to enhance the human experience is more than just our purpose statement. It's our driving passion to make people's lives better through the food packaging they use daily. Genpack's dedication to quality assures you get food containers and packaging at its best. Browse and find what you need at genpack.com or look for our products on amazon.com. We are everywhere. Made right here in Carthage by folks you know.
Carthage leads, Kilgore leads off with their leadoff hitter, and he took a ball outside, now a strike, so it's a 1-1 count on Todd House. Matthew Smith, as is usual for him, working in a hurry. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one is a ground ball to the right side. Martinez has it over to first in time. That was a one-hopper that Martinez grabbed and made an accurate throw to first, so House is out 4-3 for the second time in the ball game. He also grounded out to second back in the first inning. And that brings up Tanner Beats. Beats, starting second baseman. And he came in the third inning to relieve Benson. So one out here in the 4th with nobody on. And the pitch to Beats is way outside. 1-0 the count. Beats popped out to first his first time. Right-handed hitter. Slightly open stance at the plate. Here's the 1-0. This one is hit in the air to right field. Right fielder coming in. He's there and one-hands it. Again, that one-handed catch. Okay, Joe, here's my philosophy on that. Okay, if you're going to make the one-handed catch, if I was the coach, I'd say, okay, that's okay. But if you drop it, you're sitting next to me. I feel the same way about that I'd feel about a dunk in basketball. If you want to dunk it, okay. But if you don't make it, well, you're going to be next to me. That pitch is outside to Tate Truman. I guess I'm just old-fashioned. Want to know the count on Truman? Here's the 1-0 to him. Strike one call. Truman grounded out to short his first time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one hit to center field. Center fielder going back. He will not get this one. This will be the first base runner of the ball game for Kilgore. And he's going to pull into second base with a stand-up double. So Truman gave that one a ride. Smith had retired 11 straight batters to open the ball game. And there's the first base runner for Kilgore as Truman hits one deep to right center field. And there's an occasion right there. Yes, there are going to be some balls hit over their heads, but again, more balls are going to fall in front of them, according to Scott Lee, than go over their heads. That one was over their heads. All right, so now with Truman on second and 2 down, Kilgore has their cleanup hitter up there, but Colt Bullard with a runner in scoring position. Bullard, a big right-handed hitter. Breaking ball in there over the inside corner. Wow, nice pitch by Matthew Smith. That looked like it was headed toward Bullard when it left his hand, but it broke over the inside part of the plate. Bullard stands up close to the plate. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball off the corner, off the outside corner. 0-2 the count now on Bullard. Just based on his size, Bullard looks like he's got the potential to drive it deep. Here's the 0-2. Nice stop by Soap. Bullard held up on that. 1-2 the count, way outside. You got to have a good catcher if you're going to work the corners or work off the corners. Here's the stretch by Smith, and the 1-2 high and outside. 2-2. Working carefully to Bullard. You can tell by the pitches that they have quite a bit of respect for him. Smith from the stretch, the 1-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3. They got Bullard with a runner on second and 2 down. And so the Kilgore Bulldogs pick up their first base runner of the ball game, a double to deep right center field with 2 down by Tate Truman, but he is left stranded there. We go now to the top of 5. Carthage 3 and Kilgore nothing. Back after this 90 seconds. Make it 60 seconds. 60 seconds.
FlowZone is your industry leader for all oil and gas pipe, valve fitting, and supply needs. FlowZone Carthage has over 130 years of combined experience with an outstanding safety record. FlowZone, located at 1092 Highway 59 South, just south of Denny's, is ready to offer customer service that will exceed your expectations with services such as free delivery and competitive pricing. Call them today, 903-263-0200.
Ready to supercharge your future in the energy industry? Panola College is introducing the brand new Matthews Foundation Energy Building, opening its doors this fall with programs in electrician, HVAC, natural gas compression, and welding. Small class sizes, state-of-the-art equipment, and personalized attention, where your goals are our priority. Our hands-on approach means you're diving into the real-world energy experience, setting you up for success from day one. Enroll today at panola.edu/energy to start your electrifying future.
Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage on the corner of 699 and the Loop. Open Sunday through Thursday from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Open for breakfast, and the grill is open throughout the day, and it provides the best hamburgers in town. You can also get a grilled chicken or chicken fried steak. It's all fresh and made from scratch. And, of course, you can fill up your tank with gas. That's at Bink's, a Quick Stop in Carthage, again on the corner of 699 and the...
All right, having haven't mentioned yet that there's someone here in this Kilgore booth that was at Carthage for 5 years. Dustin Swain was the head trainer at Carthage, 2010 to 2015. He was there for a couple of state championships. So he knows Coach Surratt obviously very well, and a number of the other coaches have been there for quite some time. Here's the first pitch at the top of the fifth, and it is ball one to Sam Watson. Watson grounded, he put down a sacrifice bunt in the first inning that moved Chambers over to third. Here's the 1-0 outside, 2-0, and then he started that 3-run rally in the third inning. The first two batters in the third inning went out, and then Watson got it started with a base hit. 2-0 now to Watson. There's a strike, 2-1 the count. And then my good buddy that I've known for a long time, Joe Hale, longtime sports writer here in East Texas. Here's the 2-1 count. Seated next to me. This one is line foul down the left field side. 2-2 the count now. Joe's covered a lot of Carthage sporting events through the years. Baseball and football. Covering the Kilgore Bulldogs during the baseball season this year. 2-2 the count now on Sam Watson, again leading off here in the fifth inning. Beats the right-hander into the wind, and the 2-2 to Watson. Strike three call, got him. So Watson out on strikes. Dylan Davenport the batter now. Davenport struck out in the first inning with a runner on third and one out. And then he was the second straight hit in that third inning. Bulldogs in that third inning had 3 straight singles. Then a run came in on a hit batter. This pitch is a strike over the outside corner. So Beats has done a good job since coming in. Here's the windup and the 0-1. This one hit back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. So Davenport is on with a 1-out single. So he is now 2 for 3 in the ball game. Struck out in the first, but then singled in both the third and the fifth. And here's Preston. Preston struck out looking in the first, and then he singled and scored in the third. So the runners that scored in the third inning were Watson, Davenport, and Preston, our 2, 3, and 4-hole hitters. Okay, Preston up there now, the third baseman. In pretty close to the edge of the grass. Now he is on the grass as Preston looked like he thought about putting the bunt down. You could tell. Took one inside, and it's ball one. Again, Preston, without a doubt, I think you could say is our best bunter. And he's really dangerous in that row because he hits from the left side. Here's the 1-0. And he fouled that one off trying to get it down. So here I brag on him, and he fouls it off. 1-1 the count. One and one the count now on Preston. Runner on first with one out here in the fifth. This pitch is hit down to the third baseman on one hop. He goes to second for one. Throw to first, and it is not in time. Preston beats it out. So they get the force out at second on Davenport. That goes 5-4 for the second out of the inning. And then Preston gets on the fielder's choice. So he is now 1 for 3 with a run scored. And so Preston's now on first base with 2 down for Brooks Soap. Soap lined to center in the second and then was hit by a pitch. This one is lined into left field for a base hit. And again, there's another one dropping in front of the left fielder. So he is now on with his first hit of the ball game. He lined to center in the second hit by pitch in the third with the bases loaded, so that brought in a run and gave him an RBI. And here he is single, so he is now 1 for 2 with an RBI. Okay, so now runners on first and second, and I assume that's Legrone running for him at first base. Running for Soap, the catcher. This pitch is inside to Cade Moore. Moore doubled to right center his first time up and then reached on an error. That was a big error by Kilgore. Bases were loaded in the third, 1 run in, 2 outs, and a 2-out error brought in 2 runs for the Bulldogs. This one is hit to the third baseman. He has a throw to first, and he is out at first base on a nice stretch by the first baseman. So Moore grounds out 5-3, and that ends the top half of the 5th inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. So we go now to the bottom of the 5th. Carthage 3, Kilgore nothing. Back after this 90-second break. 90 seconds.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals. We want you to know that we're here for you. Visit us at fsbctx.bank or come see us today. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Escogiendo el mejor proveedor médica puede ser difícil. Hope Community Medicine está aquí por ti. Si ocupa ayuda médica, ginecólogo o salud conductal, es nuestra misión proveer acceso de alta calidad de salud a pesar de su habilidad de pagar. Tenemos 5 clínicas en Carthage, Center, Tenaha y San Agustín para poder servir mejor a usted y su familia. 903-690-8395.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with.
Mark in Kilgore. Carthage leading the Kilgore Bulldogs 3-0. Bulldogs, at least so far, are getting an outstanding pitching performance by Matthew Smith. But we're just in the bottom of the 5th, so in other words, Kilgore still has 3 at-bats, including this one. The Bulldogs in 3 district games have only allowed 3 runs so far. And to show you the fact, to illustrate the fact that the Bulldogs have had trouble scoring runs in some games this year, Matthew Smith has a 2-3 record for the year, despite an ERA of 1.27. Came into the ballgame with 33 innings pitched, has struck out 34, and only walked 7. And an ERA of 1.27, but his win-loss record 2-3, which is not very good. All right, here's the first pitch to Jordan Pierce, and it is fouled off. So an 0-1 count now on Pierce. Joseph Hendrickson is on deck. Open stance up at the plate. That one is low for ball 1. Here's the 1-1. This one is hit in the air to right field. Right fielder over about 12 steps and makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 down here. I had Matthew Smith with 37 pitches through 4 innings. Here's the first pitch to Hendrickson. Outside. Hendrickson grounded to second his first time. The 1-0. This one hit to left field. Left fielder going back about four steps and makes the catch for out number 2. Cade Cox, the batter now, the left fielder. Here's the first pitch to Cox, high for ball one. The 1-0 in there for a strike. 1-1 the count on Cox. He popped to first his first time. Here's the 1-1 inside, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch, high, 3-1. Matthew hadn't gone to a three ball count on many. This is the first batter he's gone to a three ball count on. This one is swung on, and this one is lined into right field, down the right field line. It's in for a base hit. Right fielder over quickly and gets it back into the infield. Nice play by the Carthage right fielder, that being Caden Ritter, to hold Cox to a 2-out single. So the second base runner of the ball game for Kilgore, Cox with a 2-out single to right, and that brings up Cade Henry, who popped out to second his first time. Second hit of the ball game for the Kilgore Bulldogs. That pitch is low for ball one. So again, we're in the bottom of the fifth. Carthage leading 3-0. 2 outs and a runner on first for Kilgore. That was a 2-out single by Cade Cox. Smith with a pitch. That one almost hit him. 2-0 the count. Matthew looking down to Soap to get the sign. He's got it. And the 2-0. This one swung on and missed. 2-1 now. This is the second base runner for Kilgore. Both of them reached with 2 outs. Here's the 2-1. This one is foul back to the screen. I think that went off the mask of Soap and then back to the screen. Okay, it did. 2-2 the count. So 2 outs, runner on first. 2-2 count on Henry. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. He got him. So Henry goes down on strikes to end the bottom half of the 5th inning. No runs, a hit for Kilgore. That's their second hit of the ball game. No errors, and 1 left. We go now to the top of 6. Carthage 3 and Kilgore nothing. Back after this 90-second break.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your State Farm homeowners insurance, you get big savings. So talk to me, Agent Tate Barber, and experience the good neighbor service that has made us America's #1 insurance company. Together, we can help you make sure you get the discount you deserve. No policy with State Farm? No problem. Call me, Agent Tate Barber, at 903-693-7555 or stop by my office, 1502 West Panola, directly across the street from McDonald's, to find out how much a multi-line discount can save you.
It's a powerful storm,
and the power
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy that's created just for the needs of your farm or ranch. Randy and his team recognize the importance of the farm and ranch community in Panola County. They understand how much your property means to you and your family and the hard work it requires to maintain. Give them a call at 903-693-7874, or better yet, stop by and see them at 1519 West Panola in Carthage. The Hudson Financial Group can help you customize the coverage you need.
All right, we go to the sixth inning, and here's a ball hit to the shortstop off of his glove. And safe at first base is going to be Maddox Martinez. And that's going to be an error. So Martinez reaches on an error by the shortstop. Second error of the ball game for Kilgore. So now the Bulldogs have a lead runner on here in the sixth inning for Carson Crawford. Kilgore expecting the Carthage bunt. Martinez at first base with nobody out. Beats from the stretch. Crawford takes one outside, 1-0. Well, that was close right there. Looked pretty good. We're in the top of the sixth. Carthage leading Kilgore 3-0. Beats in relief of Benson from the stretch to the plate. Here's the bunt. It's a good one. Catcher's got it. Throw to first. And let's see, we've got time called. And two umps are going to get together. Okay, I think Crawford is out. I don't know what he did, but I think he's out, number one, and the runner returns to first. No, he's going to still be at the plate, looks like. Okay. All right, well, I thought they signaled that he was out, but so that would be a strike, I guess. So the count would be 1-1 on Crawford. I thought they signaled that he was out, but that was premature on my part. Throw to first. And I think the ump may have given a signal of 2 strikes, but it's tough to see. With the glare of the lights, and I'm glad we've got the lights on. Here's the 1-1 outside. Let's see if the ump. He gave a signal, but what was it? Was it 2-1? Okay, so it's 2-1 now. 2-1 on Carson Crawford. So runner on first for Carthage. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth. The Bulldogs looking to pick up an insurance run. Carthage leading at 3-0 in the top of 6. Here's the pitch. This one is hit foul out of play. Kilgore and Spring Hill will play each other on Friday night. That'll be a big one. Where's that going to be, Joe? At Spring Hill, okay. Going to play at Spring Hill. That means Kilgore will have to travel to Spring Hill twice this season. 2-2 on Crawford. Beats. And Crawford asked for time. Beats taking a long time. 15-game district schedule, so you play each of the district opponents one time, so that gives you 5 games. And then you go back through the order again and play each district opponent twice in 1 week. This pitch is lined over the third baseman's head into left field for a base hit. That looked like it was right off the end of the bat, the small end of the bat, toward the end of the bat, and Crawford muscles that one over the third baseman's head into short left field for a base hit. And that brings up Caden Ritter. So the Bulldogs now have something going here in the top of the 6th. They've got runners at first and second with nobody out for Caden Ritter. So now Ritter up there, the 9-hole hitter, he is lined to left and fly to center. And you can for sure look for the bunt here. Squares around, gets the bunt down. Good one. Catcher has it, throws to first. It's a wide throw, high throw. Here comes a runner in to score, and the Bulldogs now lead it by a score of 4-0. So that will be a error on the throw there. I think you give Ritter a sacrifice, and then he reaches on the error, because the sacrifice would have been good, but he reached on the error by the catcher. And a run comes in to score. That's Martinez from second. And then Crawford goes to third. So now it's 4-0 Carthage. Still nobody out. Runners at the corners for the Bulldogs. And this is another bunt. The pitcher's got it, throws to first in time, and here comes a runner in to score. So that was Chambers getting the bunt down. And so Chambers will get an RBI there. As he is out 1-3, I believe that was. And that is the first out of the inning. So Crawford in to score, makes it 5-0, and Ritter is now at second base. This one is hit foul, out of play. 0-1 the count. Here's a pitch all the way back to the screen. And that's going to move the runner over to third base. Okay, now I don't know. That's either going to be a pass ball or a wild pitch. I would go with a pass ball on that one, but you know, it's a judgment call. And now Kilgore brings the infield in. Kilgore trailing 5-0. Carthage is the runner at third here in the 6th inning and 1 out, and they bring the infield in. Sam Watson, the batter. He squares around the bunt, gets the bunt down. Here comes the runner to the plate, and he is safe at the plate, and it's going to be a 6-0 lead for the Bulldogs now. So Watson gets an RBI, and the Bulldogs have scored 3 runs here. So a runner on third, and Watson got the bunt down. And he gets an RBI. And the Bulldogs have scored 3 times now here in the 6th inning to take a 6-0 lead. And Watson winds up at second base. Okay, time is called. We're going to take a break. 60-second break.
This is Pastor Monty Pierce, along with all the fine folks at Central Baptist Church, located 1 block off the square in beautiful downtown Carthage. If you don't have a church home and you like friendly folks and a meaningful worship service, we invite you to join us this Sunday. Check us out at centralcarthage.com for times and more information. This is Dr. Monty. Go Bulldogs!
Right on the loop, right on the price at Excel Ford ensures the SUV, truck, or car you choose, new or previously owned, is right for you. Your visit and your questions are welcome, even if you're just browsing. Any information you want will be provided. It's the foundation of exceptional customer service that frees you to proceed at your pace and even provides a money-back guarantee. Right on the price and right on the loop. Excel Ford, Carthage, Texas.
All right, we're back here at Kilgore. Carthage leading it now 6-0. Runner on second, that's Watson. He took second because no one was covering second after he got the bunt down. And so Coach Pirtle alertly told him to go to second. Kilgore had not called time, and so he took second base. So he's at second with one out. 3 runs in here in the 6th inning for the Bulldogs. They now lead at 6-0. And Dylan Davenport's the batter. Davenport struck out in the first, singled and scored in the third, and then singled in the 5th. Bates looks back at second, comes to the plate. This one hit down to the third baseman. He looks the runner back at second. Now he's got the runner in a rundown. That's got the runner in a rundown between second and third. Third baseman chasing him back, and he is out. So they got the runner in a rundown between second and third as Watson wandered too far off the bag. He was trying to draw the throw to first, and then he would advance to third, but he got in a rundown, and so he is out number 2 in the inning. And I think that went 5-4-5, but I may have missed a throw in there somewhere. This pitch is fouled off. Was it 5-4-5? Okay. All right, Cale Preston the batter now. So there are 2 outs in the inning here in the 6th. Carthage with a runner on first, and Cale Preston the batter with an 0-1 count on him. That one is low, 1-1 the count. Bulldogs will be at home on Friday night against Center, and then we start this next week. We start playing one team twice, and that'll be Henderson for us. So Henderson comes to Carthage on Tuesday night, and then we'll go to Henderson on Friday night next week. That pitch is ball 2. And so again, the Bulldogs, with these next 2 games at home, they will have played 4 of their first 6 games at home, only 2 on the road. But in the last 9 games, they only play 3 at home. 6 will be on the road. And part of that is because we played Gilmer at Carthage last week when Gilmer's field was too wet. That was supposed to be a game at Gilmer. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one is hit down to the first baseman, foul. And the count now is 2-2 on Cale Preston. We're coming to you live from Driller Park in Kilgore, home of the Kilgore High School Bulldogs. This park has been around again since, if you weren't with us earlier, since 1947. First game drew 3,100 fans. This pitch is lined, hit to the second baseman, and that ends the inning. So Preston lines out to second to end the inning. Bulldogs pick up 3 more runs, and they lead it 6-0, going to the bottom of 6. We'll be back after this 90-second break.
This is Darcy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we are more than just flowers. In shop, we keep a variety of live pot plants, silk arrangements, snack baskets, candles, keepsakes, and a great bath and body line called Magnolia Soaps. We now offer balloon arch installations, so give us a call for your next event. We can even get flowers to your loved one out of town. Thank you for all your continued support, Darcy, Jeanette, Levi, and the girls at Carthage Flower Shop.
When making important decisions, it's reassuring to count on people you know. First State Bank and Trust Company is that group of people offering home loans or everyday depository needs. First State Bank and Trust is recognized as being among the most reliable, strongest banks as determined by our nation's leading bank rating firm, Bauer Financial Incorporated. It's a 5-star rated bank of people you know, always innovating for your changing financial needs. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. First State Bank and Trust.
Monty Bacon and Carthage Furniture has some great deals for you. Rocker recliners just $3.99. A hot point washer and dryer set. Washer $5.49, dryer $4.99, and that includes installation and delivery. A complete bedroom suite, queen bed, dresser, mirror, chest, and nightstands. This is a beautiful sleigh bed set for only $11.35. Monty has a 5-drawer chest, just $125. At Carthage Furniture, check out their blue sofa and love seat. Sofa $459, love seat $3.99. Carthage Furniture, where Rosa speaks Spanish and delivery is always.
Here at Driller Park. Again, my good friend Joe Hale covering this ball game. Known Joe for a long time and local sports writer. Bottom of 6, Kilgore will send up the bottom of their order. Here's the 0-1 outside. This is Jackson Phillips, who granted back to the mound his first time up. 1-1 count to him. Then we go back to the top of the order after Phillips. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2 call on a breaking ball. Boy, that was a beauty there. 1-2 the count now on Phillips. Smith with the 1-2. This one is hit foul out of play. And you can hear that one hitting the roof here of Driller Park. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3, so Phillips goes down on strikes. I had Matthew Smith with 52 pitches through the first 5 innings. I think that's fairly close. Maybe off 1 or 2 pitches. Here's the top of the order up, and this one is lined to right field, and the right fielder comes in, cannot get to it. And it's a good thing he didn't try for that one, because that one would have gotten past him most likely, and House would have wound up with a triple. But wisely, Ritter decided to take that on the first hop. So that is the 3rd hit of the ball game for Kilgore. And now that brings up Tanner Beats. Beats has popped to first and flied out to right. 1-0 on him. And he takes the second one high and inside, 2-0 now. Here's a 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1. So again, Smith has given up now 3 hits in the ball game, 1 in each of the last 3 innings. Here's the 2-1 to Beats, strike 2 call. Boy, I think we got a break on that one. That's perhaps the widest strike that he has called tonight. Again, high school umps typically expand the zone to a right-handed hitter. They expand it on the outside corner. Here's a 2-2. Ooh, that looked good from here. Must have been low. 2-2, 3-2 the count now. That must have been low. We're considerably above the home plate area. Here's the stretch by Smith. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. He got him. So Beats down on strikes for out number 2. And that will bring up now Tate Truman. Truman has grounded to short and then doubled in the 4th. So he had the first of the hits in the ball game for the Kilgore Bulldogs. That was a double to right center field. Big right-handed batter. Way outside. 1-0 the count. And again, you can just tell that this is a hitter that the Bulldogs coaching staff respects from what they call on pitches. There's a breaking ball. Must have been low because I think it broke over the inside corner. 2-0 the count. So we're in the bottom of the sixth. Carthage leading 6-0. Runner on first for Kilgore with 2 outs. Here's a 2-0 outside. 3-0. He has yet to walk a batter. But he's 3-0 here now on Truman. Smith being careful with Truman, and he's falling behind on him. Ball 3-0. Here's the pitch in there for a strike. 3-1 now. They respect him. This is the deepest that they played any Kilgore batter in this ball game. Here's a 3-1. This one is hit up the middle, and it's into center field for a base hit. So with 2 outs, the Kilgore Bulldogs now have runners at first and second. And the batter now is the cleanup hitter, Colt Bullard. Bullard, another big right-handed batter. Grounded to second, then struck out back in the 4th. So now 2 runners on for Kilgore here in the bottom of the 6th. Carthage leading 6-0, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Swung on and missed. A breaking ball. 0-1 the count. Smith looking down to Soap to get the sign. He's got it. And the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 called on a breaking ball. So Bullard on 2 breaking balls is behind now 0-2. Bullard steps out, sort of slow down Matthew Smith. That's a good move. Here's the stretch, the 0-2. And this one's fouled out of play. Bullard had a good cut on that one. Count stays no balls and 2 strikes. And again, the Bulldogs going to be at home for the next 2 ball games. Friday night, we'll complete the first round of district play, the first third of district play, as Center will come to town. And then Tuesday, Henderson will be at Bulldog Park. Here's the 0-2. This one is hit out into right field. Right fielder coming in. He is there and one-hands it again for out number 3. Those dangerous one-handed catches. So for the Kilgore Bulldogs, no runs, 2 hits in the inning, and 2 left. We go now to the top of 7. Carthage 6 and Kilgore nothing. Back after this 90-second break.
Thank you, Panola and surrounding counties, for supporting your local GM dealer, Pippin Motor Company, right here in Carthage. We are your Buick SUV headquarters. Come check out one of the many economical solutions Buick has to offer. Encore, Encore GX, Envision, or Enclave are sure to fit your needs. Whether you're looking for a new Buick, Chevrolet, GMC, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, we're here to help. Pippin Motor Company has been serving this community for 72 years and pride ourselves with providing a premium sales and service experience. Come experience a better way to buy a vehicle just across from Panola College, or look us up on the web at pippinmotorcompany.com.
Are you planning a trip but you need a set of tires? Don't worry. Let Graves Tires at 809 East Sabine in Carthage show you the affordable way to go. Graves Tires offers name brand tires at a savings. Their number 903-693-4841. They even have used tires for sale. They're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and on Saturday, 7:30 to noon. Remember, at Graves, you always save.
Top of 7 coming up here in Kilgore, and the Bulldogs leading it. Carthage Bulldogs leading it 6-0. Brooks Soap leads off for the Dogs. Here's the first pitch from Beats. Ball 1. Soap is lined to center, hit by pitch. That was with the bases loaded. That drove in a run, and then he singled. Ball 2. Here's the 2-0. In there for a strike. Here's the 2-1. Miss, swung on and missed. Strike 2. Beach working in a hurry. And so Soap asked for time. The righty with the 2-2 pitch. Here it is, and it's outside, ball 3. Benton Fenson bringing you the video tonight, the live streaming. All right, that one's low for ball 4. So Brooks Soap draws a leadoff walk here in the 7th inning, and I guess that's going to bring in Legrone again to run for Soap at first base. All right, so now the batter is Cade Moore. Okay, Beats to the plate. This one's outside, bounces away from the catcher. And taking second base will be Soap. Excuse me, will be Legrone. So Legrone now is at second base on the wild pitch. This one is grounded into left field for a base hit, and the runner at third is going to be held up. So Moore with his second hit of the ball game, a single to left, and so the Bulldogs now have something going here in the 7th inning. Runners at the corners with nobody out. Again, the district standing, Spring Hill and Kilgore at the top of the district, 3-0. Carthage 2-1. Henderson 1-2. Center 0-3. And Gilmer is 0-3. This pitch is foul back on top of the roof here at Driller Park. Maddox Martinez, the batter. He is grounded to first. Line to left. Reached on an error. Runners at the corners. Here's the pitch outside. 1-1 now. Again, the Bulldogs will be at home on Friday night against the Center Rough Riders. Dylan Davenport, who pitched the perfect game against Gilmer last Friday, should be the starter. All right, Beats with a runner on first to the plate. Outside, 2-1. And if you have a score on the other district games, well, you can send me a message at 903-692-1185. This one is hit to left field, foul ball. So the count now is 2-2. On Martinez. Again, that's 903-692-1185 if you have a score on one of the other district ball games tonight. Here's a stretch by Beats. And the 2-2. This one, ground ball, is going to get a run in. Flip to second for one, throw to first, not in time, and a run comes in to score. So Martinez will get an RBI there. And he's on the fielder's choice. LeGrone in to score, and it's now 7-0. And Cade Moore is out at second on the force out. So now one out, a run in, and a runner on first base, and it's 7-0 Carthage. That pitch is in there for a strike. This is Carson Crawford now. Oh and 1 on Carson. Here's the 0-1. This one swung on, fouled off. 0-2. Carson struck out in the second with a runner on third, so that left him stranded at third base because there were 2 outs. Walked in the fourth and then singled and scored in the sixth. So he would be 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Carson, tall right-handed hitter. Just a sophomore. Got a good strong arm at third base. Catcher setting up way outside. Here's the pitch outside. Snap throw to first, and the runner back in there. So the count now is 1-2 on Carson. Nearing the two-hour mark in this ball game. This pitch is swung on and fouled off. So it now stays at 1-2. And for you fans back in Carthage, if you haven't seen the new ballpark yet, you need to come out. Here's the pitch outside, 2-2. They still have some work. It's not totally finished, but it's getting close. On the baseball side, I believe it's 750 chairback seats, 400 chairback seats for softball. Here's the pitch. This one is down the left field line. It is a fair ball. It's a fair ball, and that's going to be a single for Carson Crawford, moving Martinez to second base. All right, so now there are runners at first and second with 1 out. And the batter is Caden Ritter. He's the 9-hole hitter. He is line to left, fly to center, and then reached on an error. That pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. Okay, here's Beats to the plate. That is behind. No, it hit him. I knew it went back to the screen. I thought that it was behind him, but it nicked him, and so now the bases are juiced again here in the 7th inning. Bases are loaded for the top of the order. And this is Ty Chambers, who walked in the first, lined to center in the third, grounded to short in the fourth, and he got a sacrifice down in the 6th and picked up an RBI on a bunt. So the bases are loaded for the Bulldogs here in the 7th inning. 1 run in and 1 out. right, Beats looks back at second to the plate. This one fouled out of play. Here's the 0-1. Low, 1-1. Okay, here's the 1-1 to Chambers. This one lined into center field for a base hit. That will bring in one run, and they're going to hold the other runner at third base. So Ty Chambers with an RBI single. So Martinez in to score. Crawford to third. Ritter to second. And now the base is still loaded, and we've got time called with Carthage leading at 8-0 here in the top of the 7th inning. 2 runs in and 1 out, and the bases are juiced. Okay, we're going to take a break here. Let's go with 30 seconds, and if we have a pitching change, looks like we are. Okay, let's go with 90-second break.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger, and now it's an all-time favorite.
You can't beat it. It's hot, it's fresh. I love this burger. It's just perfect.
The sweet and spicy bacon burger is my all-time favorite. 2 beef patties, 2 different types of cheese, caramelized onions. My favorite thing about this burger is the sweet and spicy pepper sauce and the bacon.
You asked for it, and it's back. The sweet and spicy bacon burger is now an all-time favorite at Whataburger.
That's happiness.
Check off your to-do list with big savings on building materials at Kane Hardware and Lumber. Kane's is your one-stop shop for building materials for large-scale jobs, small projects, and everything in between. Whether you're building a house, adding on, or just updating, we carry the concrete, drywall, lumber, insulation, roofing, siding, molding, and many more products you'll need. Add character and charm to your home with our large selection of paint colors. We have all the products you need. Shop Kane Hardware and Lumber at 224 South Shelby Street in Carthage.
Carthage Independent School District is where champions are educated. As we face another year of uncertainty, Carthage will remain committed to being champions for every child, every day. We will continue being champions in the classroom with the help of our incredible team of teachers. We will continue being champions in extracurriculars, fine arts, and athletic events with the support of our fans along the way. And we will continue being champions for our community. Thank you for your continued support.
Okay, we have a new pitcher for the Kilgore Bulldogs, and I'm trying to, Salvador Cervantes. Salvador Cervantes, the third pitcher for Kilgore. Cervantes. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, I did. Okay, visiting with Joe Hale, local sports writer, East Texas sports writer, good friend of mine, known to a lot of folks in Carthage. I guarantee you Scott Lee knows him well. All right, so here we are in the 7th inning. Carthage with a run in, and the bases are loaded with just 1 out for the 2-hole hitter Sam Watson. Carthage now up 8-0. That one's outside, ball 1. Cervantes with the 1-0. Way outside, back to the screen. Here comes the runner trying to score at the plate, and he will hit first slide, and it's now 9-0. So that's a wild pitch bringing in Crawford. Ritter goes to third, and Chambers to second. So now 3 runs in here in the ninth. So Carthage has scored 3 in the third, 3 in the sixth, and 3 here in the seventh. I said in the ninth. 3 in the third, 3 in the sixth, and now 3 here in the seventh. Runners at second, and third. Still only 1 out, and 2-0 on Watson. That pitch is high ball 3. Here's the pitch. That's outside, ball 4. So Watson aboard now. And they are juiced once again for Dylan Davenport. Base is loaded in the 7th. 3 runs in for Carthage. So Carthage scored 3 in the 3rd, 3 in the 6th, and now 3 in the 7th. It's 9-0. Base is loaded, still only 1 out for Dylan Davenport. There's a strike. Okay, and let's see. I have a score here that I need to report. Someone took me up on the offer to get it on the air here. Center is winning 6-1 over Gilmer. Center defeating Gilmer 6-1 right now. Okay, a 1-1 count now on Davenport. Here's the 1-1. This one is hit foul down the third baseline, so the count now is 1-2. So that means Spring Hill tonight would be playing Henderson. Okay, so someone knows that Spring Hill Henderson score. If someone knows the Spring Hill Henderson score, let me know and we'll get that on the air. 1-2 count now. Here's a pitch, and he was almost hit. So the count now is 2-2. Two count now on Davenport. Here's the pitch. And that is ball 3. Okay, Spring Hill defeating Henderson 13-1. Okay, is that a final? Final, okay. So Spring Hill defeated Henderson 13-1, so they're now 4-0. Here's the stretch by Cervantes. The pitch behind him for ball 4, and that brings in a run. The pitch was actually behind Davenport, and so Davenport with a bases loaded walk will get an RBI. Okay, so Ritter comes in to score. Chambers to third. Watson to second. And Davenport, of course, is on first with the bases loaded walk for an RBI. 4 runs in here in the 7th, and Carthage leads it now 10-0. And that pitch is a strike now to Cale Preston. Well, this is a shock tonight. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch outside. 1-2 the count. Kilgore coming in undefeated in district play, 3-0. Of course, they had yet to play Carthage and Spring Hill. Here's the 1-2, way outside, 2-2. Base is still loaded for the Bulldogs here in the 7th with 1 out and 4 runs in for Carthage in the 7th. They're up 10-0. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and this one is hit foul, left side. Still 2-2. This game now about 2 hours and 7 minutes in length. Cervantes to the plate. This one fouled off again. We're in the top of the 7th here at Driller Park in Kilgore. Carthage has 4 runs in the inning. They had 3 in the 3rd, 3 in the 6th, and 4 here in the 7th. It's 10-0 Carthage. And the bases are still loaded with just 1 out. 2-2 count on Kale Preston. Here's the 2-2. Outside, ball 3. This one lined into left center. No, it's caught by the shortstop. Great catch by the shortstop. I thought that was going to be into left center field. Great play there by the Kilgore shortstop. That being Todd House. Nice play there by him to rob Preston of a base hit. And that is the 2nd out of the inning. And so now Carthage batting around. Here comes Soap up for the 2nd time. This one hit down to the 3rd baseman. Oh, it's through his legs, I believe. 1 run in. Here's another runner going to try to score. Here's a throw to the plate. It is over the catcher's head, back to the screen. And so 2 runs come in to score. That's going to be an RBI for, let's see, this is Soap. So he'll get 1 RBI on that. I believe just the first runner scoring would be an RBI. And then the second runner comes in to score on the error, on the throw. And Davenport goes to 3rd. And Lagrone running for Soap is at 2nd base. So now 6 runs in here in the 7th inning, and it's 12-0 Carthage. There's a strike to Cade Moore. This one is just a second. Is that the way y'all saw it down there? Yeah, I gave him 1 RBI and the second one scored on the error on the throw. Is that right? Did you give him 2 RBIs? Just 1. Oh, error all the way. Okay. Okay, it says error on 3rd baseman, wasn't it? Okay. So really, okay. So in that case, I think there'd be 2 errors on the play, but okay, there's 2 errors on the play. Error, okay. Okay, this one is popped up into short right field. Second baseman out, right fielder coming on, and he makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Wow. Okay, so Carthage scores 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs in the 7th inning. And the score now is Carthage 12 and Kilgore nothing. Carthage 12, Kilgore nothing as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Okay, let's take a 60-second break. 60 seconds.
The city of Carthage, county seat of Panola County, gas capital of the United States, and friendliest spot in the world. We have it all: temperate weather, lots of jobs, good schools and churches, and even the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame. Carthage, a great spot on Highway 59 to settle down or just to visit for a while. Panola College, local medical care, a low tax base, and great shopping. That's Carthage. Recommend us, refer us, and revive yourself in the piney woods of East Texas. Carthage, with places we're all proud to call home.
Throughout Texas, Louisiana, and New Mexico, one of the largest independent oil field service companies is Pinergy, ranked number 1 in the United States for total number of wells drilled. You'll likely recognize Pinergy Carthage top management: Randy Taylor, Brandon Taylor, Andy Snow, Justin Taylor, and Steve Nations. At the Austin corporate office, senior management offers a combined 400 years experience regarding energy services. No more. Check the website pinergy.com or call 903-693-8400. Pinergy.
Okay, we're back here at Driller Park. And we go now to the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's see if Matthew Smith can finish this one out. Jordan Pierce leading off, I believe. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him. This is fouled off, and it's now 0-2. Matthew Smith would be going for his 3rd complete game in district play. They'll wind up the 0-2. Low, 1-2. This pitch is hit foul out of play. So it stays now at 1-2. Outside 2-2 the count now. Here's the 2-2. Almost hit him inside. 3-2. Matthew trying to finish this one out. Bulldogs up 12-0. Here's the 3-2. Strike 3 call. Got him. So Pierce is out on strikes. And the batter now is Joseph Hendrickson. So other district results tonight. Spring Hill defeated Henderson 13-1. I'm guessing that was probably a run rule game right there, probably. First pitch to Hendrickson. Here's the second pitch in there for a strike. Not for sure what the first one was. I think it's 1-1 now. Here's the 1-1 to Hendrickson. This one swung on him, missed, strike 2. And Center was leading Gilmer 6-1. And that's not a final. Here's the 1-2 outside, 2-2. Strike 3 call, got him. So Hendrickson out on strikes. And Cade Cox the batter now. So we're in the bottom of the 7th. Carthage leading 12-0. I had just no idea that this would happen. Here's the pitch. This one is a ground ball. This could do it right here. Carson Crawford up with it, throws to first. Got him. Ball game. Dogs win. So Cox grounds out to third, and that's the end of it as the Carthage Bulldogs shut out the Kilgore Bulldogs by a score of 12-0. So in 4 district ball games, the Bulldogs have given up 3 total runs. All right, so let's see. We're gonna take a 90-second break. 90 seconds, and we'll be back to wrap this one up from Kilgore right after this.
Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific.
Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate resident. Friends and neighbors in Panola County are the foundation of business at Louisiana Pacific, delivering high-performance building products in the area. You know these folks. You know them from church, civic clubs, as volunteers in the work they do in the community, and at Louisiana Pacific. Good people in good company with you and
Genpack Carthage. Over 50 years servicing the food and restaurant industry with superior products. Advancing innovative packaging to enhance the human experience is more than just our purpose statement. It's our driving passion to make people's lives better through the food packaging they use daily. Genpack's dedication to quality assures you get food containers and packaging at its best. Browse and find what you need at genpack.com or look for our products on amazon.com. We are everywhere. Made right here in Carthage by folks you know. Genpack.
FlowZone is your industry leader for all oil and gas pipe, valve fitting, and supply needs. FlowZone Carthage has over 130 years of combined experience with an outstanding safety record. FlowZone, located at 1092 Highway 59 South, just south of Denny's, is ready to offer customer service that will exceed your expectations with services such as free delivery and competitive pricing. Call them today, 903-263-0200.
Ready to supercharge your future in the energy industry? Panola College is introducing the brand new Matthews Foundation Energy Building, opening its doors this fall with programs in electrician, HVAC, natural gas compression, and welding. Small class sizes, state-of-the-art equipment, and personalized attention, where your goals are our priority. Our hands-on approach means you're diving into the real-world energy experience, setting you up for success from day one. Enroll today at panola.edu/energy to start your electrifying future.
Tuesday night at Driller Park in Kilgore, Texas, the Carthage Bulldogs and the Kilgore Bulldogs, 2 of the top 3 teams in District 17 4A getting together. And it was all Carthage on Tuesday night as the Bulldogs win this one by a score of 12-0. Carthage with 3 runs in the 3rd, 3 more in the 6th, and then they scored 6 runs in the 7th inning, and they win it 12-0. The totals in the ball game for the Kilgore Bulldogs, they had no runs on 4 hits, committed 4 errors, and they left 4 runners on base. Their record now for the season is 11-5-1, and they are 3-1 in District 17 4A. And for the Carthage Bulldogs, 12 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and they left 10 runners on base. And the Bulldogs are also now 3-1 in district play, and for the season they are 9-7-2. Matthew Smith, senior right-hander, went the distance, and he improves his season record now to 3-3, and his district record to 3-1, to make it a 2-1, as he gets the victory. So Matthew Smith goes 7 innings, gives up no runs on only 4 hits, struck out 6, and did not walk a batter. And those 6 strikeouts that he had all came in the last 4 innings, so he got stronger really as the game went along. Again, the Bulldogs win it by a score of 12-0 over Kilgore. For your Sports Beat station, I'm Larry Allen. Okay, I want to thank you for joining us, and I want to thank Benton Finson for his work. Brenton Finson. Oh my gosh, thank you for reminding me. Brenton Finson, I'm going to get that down eventually, for his work here as he ran the camera and gave you the video stream, and also for Josh back at the station. Once again, the final score from Kilgore, Carthage 12, Kilgore nothing. For your Sports Beat station, I'm Larry Allen from Driller Park in Kilgore.